Hello everyone, are you suffering with the heel cracks and you're not coming to know what to do about the cracks in the heels and in on the skin or on the lips or on the nipples or on the uh, anus or on the rectum, anywhere in the body, then this video is for you. And if you're also suffering with the dry skin, then this video is also for you. Today's topic is about cracked skin or the cracks on the skin. How to treat it, why it's happening, and what's the cause, and what are the homeopathic medicines which are really helpful in the treatment of cracks. Today I'll be talking about one of the major and most used and always used, one of my favorite in the dry skin and the cracks is petroleum. Before starting this video, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Megha from Homeopathy Clinic and I'm a practitioner of homeopathy from 5 years. Okay, without any delay, let's move on to the topic. Today's topic is about petroleum. What? Petroleum? Is it not petrol? No, it is not. It is a rock oil. Okay, we prepare the medicine from the rock oil. That's all. It belongs to the mineral kingdom and we potentize it and we make it as an medicine and we distribute it. Petroleum also kind of treat so many diseases like anemia in the women's, anemia in the school going girls, angina pectoris, abdominal disorders, constipation, diarrhea, eczema, hemorrhoids, headache, peptic ulcer, psoriasis, rheumatism, skin affections, vomiting, etc. Its action is vast because the remedy is also a polycrust remedy and it has so much of vast effects on everything. It acts chiefly upon the skin and mucous membrane, especially of gastrointestinal tract, and it also acts on the heart and cerebrum. The patient will be always irritable and quarrelsome, easily offended by the some little things also it offends them to fight. That kind of patient, and the patient is always chilly patient. The petroleum is always given when the symptoms are worst in the winter. During the winter, there is so much of dryness of the skin. Of course, I understand that. But the persons will be having so much of crack, deep crack. It will be so kind of troubling them. Like that, in the winter, it is happening. Then you can think of petroleum. Especially skin diseases. Skin is rough, bleeds and with numerous cracks and fissures. There is tendency for every little injury to separate. Skin eruptions are dry with violent itch. This is one of the peculiar symptoms of the petroleum. And there is also discharge from the cracks and the fissures. Discharge, how it is, means very full smelling discharge, and sweating is more seen in this patient. Sweating all over the body is there, particularly on the underarms, on the face, on the inner thighs, like that. Symptoms appear and disappear rapidly, means if you give petroleum, symptoms goes away within the 3 to 4 days only. It is not a time taking kind of thing. Elements are worst before and during the thunderstorm. Feeling of emptiness in the stomach revealed by eating, and the patient may also have this kind of symptom, that diarrhea only in the daytime. And next, moving on to the skin symptoms, means about the cracks. When you want to give the petroleum is given in the winter season cracks. Okay, the skin of the petroleum is rough and very kind of rough, black looking, dirty looking, and always bleeding, and the skin also kind of comes out like that. It is very unhealthy to look. Cracks and fissures all over the body, hands, legs, feet, any joints, lips, everywhere you can see that cracks. Even in the eyes area you can see the cracks. Even in the by looking at the face only you can say that this is petroleum patient who needs petroleum for the cracks and the fissures, like that. Or in affected area is the keynote symptom of petroleum. Every little injury suppurates, means starts to bleed and starts to form the pus formation. Dry skin, dry type of skin eruption on the tips of the finger also it is been affected, mostly the finger, and rough, cracked, which is painful and sensitive to touch. The patient cannot even hold the glass with their hands when these cracks and the fissures are there. It has got power to throw out so much of vesicles, and the tendency of vesicles is to form thick yellowish crust with considerable moisture. All the eruption itch violently. He cannot rest until he scratch the skin off, and the parts become moist, bleedy, raw, and inflamed. All the eruption is itchy and violent itching is there, and he cannot rest until he scratch that part. But when he scratch, it bleeds, right? When it bleeds, it gets injured. When it get injured, of course the inflammation happen. After inflammation there is bleeding and there is pus formation, and the skin looks very dirty, like that. Scratching seems very comfortable for the patient. Even the skin looks dirty after the scratching, but the patient has to scratch because that will be giving them the comfortness. Various forms of eczema also you can give, especially of the scalp and occiput. Eruptic eruption about the mouth, lips, genitals. Foul smelling sweat all over the skin. Always aggravated with the skin symptoms are worst in the winter and better in the summer. The eruption of petroleum are like that of graphitis. Graphitis is one of the other homeopathic remedy which is also helpful in the treatment of cracked, fissured skin. Both have got cracks and fissures, but oozing in the petroleum is thin and watery, but in graphitis it is sticky and transparent. Okay, this is all about the cracks which are really helpful in the treatment of petroleum medicine. Now I'll be discussing one of my patient who had this cracks on the hands, only cracks on the hands and the foot area. And this patient came, she is a married woman and she is almost in her 38-40 years, and she is a housewife. She has to cook, she has to cut the vegetables and she has to cook, but she cannot do that daily work because of the cracks, because whenever she holds something the hands folds, and because of the folding of hands she get that pain. The cracks are very deep, even I can see how big the cracks were. So when she came, and she also had this kind of peculiar symptom of petroleum, that she has sweating in the hands and the feet, excessive sweating. So when she folds hand, it's very watery, always as if the hands is washed, like that, and full smelling, onion smelling kind of sweating was also smelling for me. So this was there, and she used to say that it used to get worst, means the crack used to be little bit in the finger edges, in the other, means summer, rainy season and everything, but when the winter starts the whole hands get deep cracks. So she came with this kind of complaints. I gave petroleum 200 one dose and 30 every night, and within 1 week she was all right. And she said what was the miracle, because I had used so much of creams, so much of ointments and so much of allopathic treatments and everything, but nothing was so magical. Her hands had become the same way as our hands. Of course the marks are there, but the cracks which was very deep, that thing all have been closed up. So when she asked, I said, this is the magic of homeopathy, this is the wonder of homeopathy. When we select the right medicine for the right disease, it acts as wonder, because petroleum is a um, means is a remedy where symptoms appear and disappear very rapidly. Means they comes rapidly and they goes also rapidly. So this was also an indication of petroleum that I was correct. So this was wonderful case, and she was very sweet lady. Okay guys, this was one of my patient who had these cracks and fissures on the hands and the feet. I used petroleum to treat her. So I think I was able to convey the things for you guys. If you have any kind of diseases which you want to know about homeopathic treatment, please do comment on the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe, and don't forget to press on the bell icon so that whenever I put a new video you will be notified. Have a good life and a fantastic life. Always be happy.